Hey everyone, welcome to Anchored at Harbor Park CrossFit, the podcast for everything Harbor Park. If you enjoy our episodes, please give us a like and share it with someone you know. Doing so helps us get higher ratings on iTunes and in turn helps us reach more people and helps them find our podcast episodes so that we can impact more people's lives. Also, if you have not done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode from us. Now, on with the show.
Welcome to Anchored at Harbor Park CrossFit, a show dedicated to helping you find enrichment for the other 23 hours of your day outside of the gym. Here's your hosts, Jason, Dave, and Corian.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with episode 66 of Anchored at Harbor Park. I'm Coach Jason.
I'm Coach Dave.
Coach Corian.
And we have a very special guest today who is here with us.
Oh, hi, I'm Coach Rachel.
I love that she just waved so much.
Yeah, you guys might not have seen, but she waved to you. If we
watching it.
If we sound different, we're using a different setup today, just one microphone. So we apologize if we sound different.
A little different. Let's see if we can squeeze in for the picture.
I also just got done doing a very intense workout, so I might be labored in my talking and breathing. I apologize for that.
I think we all got done working out.
Yeah. Good afternoon session.
Yeah.
We needed it after the holiday weekend, at least I did.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get under 9 minutes on the extra
I
credit?
did not. Nope. 10.
I haven't seen anyone get the extra credit 9 minutes.
Des was 9:03.
Yep.
If you're listening and wondering what we're talking about, we had a special workout today. The extra credit, if you got it under 9 minutes, you got a golden ticket. We got 9:03 on Des, and Monica had 9:04. And funny, I'll make it funny. Last week, our icebreaker, I asked, would you rather have
Oh, yeah.
a rash full of mosquito bites or a very bad sunburn?
Guess what Jay got?
And I said sunburn because I had both my legs were full of mosquito bites. Well, on 4th of July, I got the very bad sunburn as well. I'm going to flip-flop. I'd rather have the mosquito bites than the bad sunburn.
Yeah. Bad sunburn's terrible.
All right. Coach Rachel, should we have her do the icebreaker today?
Who are you? Weird to ask that. Tell us more about you, your background, your story.
Oh, I am Rachel Kenney. I was a gymnast for 12 years when I was little tyke, 2 years old. Till about 13, and then I got hurt. I broke my tibia in half, and that ended that. And then I did continue to play soccer, played that growing up too. Went to college, bodybuilder for a little bit, and then found CrossFit when I was about 24.
Very cool.
I'm now 27.
Where are you from?
Pennsylvania. Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that accent really, kind of heightened when you just said that.
If y'all ever watch The Office, that's where The Office is based out of.
Oh.
Yeah, I've recognized Scranton.
Yep.
Nice.
Very
Isn't
cool.
Punxsutawney Phil from that place?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
The groundhog.
The groundhog.
Famous groundhog.
He is.
Oh, boy.
I wonder. I questioned why you knew what his
Because
actual name
it's just a Punxsutawney.
It's a great name. He wears a little hat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Groundhog Day.
Dave knows a surprising lot about, the groundhog and, Groundhog Day. I feel like
I
you
just
always
know a lot
reference it.
about movies, and I watch movies. And
That's a great movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
So getting back to topic, we're already way off.
This is pretty traditional for us.
How did you make the journey from Scranton, Pennsylvania to
Well,
Racine, Wisconsin?
Racilla.
Well, I started dating Mr. Blair Chapman. So we started dating, and then there wasn't a lot of opportunity for me to do what I wanted as a career. So I really wanted to coach. And I had an interview with you guys, and then we said we'd discuss potentially hiring me on board and getting me started if I were to venture on up here. So I did. And here I am.
Followed your dreams.
I did. It's the best move I ever made.
I think sometimes people think that things happen overnight and, success or, a business or anything happens overnight. But one of the things that people probably don't know is, Blair was coaching you for a long time first. So you guys were friends for a long time.
Yep.
So a lot of people are like, oh my God, you moved across country for a boy. And you're like, no, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, we knew each other. We were friends for about 2.5, 3 years. before we even started dating. So we like.
And you didn't move here for Blair. You moved here for us.
That is true. Don't tell Blair.
Yeah, so you guys knew each other. You guys had been working together.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you knew coaching and training was something that you wanted to go into. Serving was not your cup of tea anymore.
Yes, no, not at all.
Yeah.
And to your point, Corin, I mean, you came here in August, and that's kind of when, like, we met and we started, like, talking about it. So, yeah, it wasn't like in December we're just, hey, you want to come coach? And then you moved. Like,
Yeah.
it had been a 6 to 8 month process.
Yep. And it took me a while to, even in August, I knew this is where I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. And I, for the longest time, I was like, I know I want to be in Wisconsin. And, this is before me and Blair even made it, official yet. And I knew I wanted to be here, but it was a scary, big move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a while to kind of, stack up and just be like, even when I did move, I knew it was right, but I was still absolutely terrified.
Right, yeah.
'Cause it's 15 hours driving distance, and the only other place I moved like an hour from home, which wasn't bad. This is 15 hours from home, so quite the difference.
Halfway across the country.
Halfway across the country.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I love is that I listen to Jen Sincero a lot. I've read a lot of, her audiobooks, so I've listened to a lot of her audiobooks, and she just talks about when you have a purpose in life, you always have that end goal in mind, but just being very open to how you're going to get there. And I feel like that's kind of been your journey. Like you said, you always knew you wanted to be in Wisconsin. You knew this is where you wanted to train. This is where you wanted to work out. You just didn't always know how you were going to get here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then everything, and I always did have a crush on Blair, but everything kind of just fell together, Nothing was forced. It was just one thing led to another, and here I ended up. So it's kind of like what I always knew was supposed to be ended up being. So you gotta just go with your gut.
And I'm sure that is with your fitness career. You probably growing up with gymnastics background and the soccer background and everything like that. I mean, who would have thought that competing in CrossFit maybe? I mean, I know it wasn't maybe around back then, but just that journey probably isn't everything you envisioned as well.
Oh my God, not at all. I mean, especially when I first started bodybuilding and getting back into health, because I fell off for a good 2 years. I was partying in college and didn't really want to work out anymore because I felt like I worked out my whole life, and I was just burnt out and just wanted to enjoy things. So when I started getting back to the gym, my cousin was actually a professional bodybuilder, so he took me under his wing, and I never did a competition or anything. He was just teaching me how to work out, how to eat healthy, just different things like that. And during that time, if someone were to tell me a year into bodybuilding that you're going to be doing CrossFit and you're going to be competing and trying to go make it elite, I'd be like, you're lying. Because the things you hear about CrossFit, I was all the rumors, people, especially bodybuilders, they're the first ones to be like, oh, CrossFit isn't the greatest sport ever, So I'd be like, oh no, I'm not doing that. And then one day my friend I worked with, she had a free week trial to get me. She's like, you should come, you're gonna love it, there's gymnastics involved. And I'm like, I don't know. But I was wanted something new so bad in my life, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come do it. And literally right when I walked in, remember the coach was like, do you know what a handstand is? I was like, do I ever? And then I was hooked, immediately, drank the juice, and I just...
That was me, my very first day.
Yep.
I knew, signed up on the spot after my first workout.
Yeah, I finished my first week and then was like, where do I sign?
Yeah.
So
I got asked last week in my Toastmasters for my table topics question was about what was my favorite thing about fitness or what's my favorite exercise. And same thing, I was I found weightlifting, specifically Olympic weightlifting. And I'm not trying to say I'm good at it or I'm great at it, my strength isn't but I just enjoy it. I love it. And you're right, I found, lifting, and I was like, oh, there's a Kool-Aid. I cannot get enough of it, you know. So
yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
What's your favorite thing about coaching?
I think my favorite thing is the relationships I get to build with people and just watching them achieve things that they never thought they could. So when they PR or they do better in a workout or they RX a workout for the first time ever, or the other day, Tracy's in my nighttime class. She used a 14-pound wall ball a few weeks ago, and she did well, but she was doing like small sets. And then in the workout last week, she was doing sets of 10 and 15 throughout the whole workout with the 14-pound ball. Like, it was nothing. And I'm like, when I was like, look at you with that. Like, that is the coolest thing, I think, to me. Just watching someone, like, when they come out of their box and try something new and then just succeed with it. Like, over time, become more comfortable, become stronger. Like, so I think that's the best thing, I think, of coaching.
Nice.
From it. Yeah.
So should we talk about why we brought Miss Rachel in today?
Sure.
What things do you have coming up? So I think everybody knows, we've talked about a lot. You guys have posted awesome videos already. But your specialty is very well known that it's gymnastics. And Dave's passion is gymnastics. So I think you guys teaming up for a gymnastics seminar is kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really awesome. So it's July 28th. And we've like talked about the idea a little bit. But then it was like, maybe a month ago or so, we were like, let's do this, like we really wanted to do it. So it was just deciding what kind of movements we wanted to do first, and what maybe people would feel most comfortable with movements first. So this is hopefully the first of many that we're going to do to cover a lot of different movements, but we're going to go over all the kinds of pull-ups in this seminar, and me and Dave are super excited about it because we think every single person could benefit from this seminar. Whether it's you don't have a pull-up yet and you're working towards getting a pull-up, whether you have pull-ups but you really want to make them more efficient, if you are looking into chest to bar and bar muscle-ups and they kind of have you stuck. You have pull-ups, okay, but you really want to get to the next level. We're going to cover all of that. And even if you are a beginner and you don't have a pull-up yet, you can take every single thing that we teach you from beginner pull-ups, advanced pull-ups, chest to bar, and bar muscle-ups, and take them with you and work on those things till you can get them yourselves.
I think that one of the biggest things that I hear from a lot of people is I'm not close yet, so I don't want to do it because I'm not anywhere near a pull-up.
Yeah.
I think, and that's the thing is people need to understand, and what we've been talking about is the progressions and the tools that you can go into it. And people need to understand that, you may not be close to what you believe is a pull-up. You have to understand that your version of a pull-up isn't what you envision, but your version of the pull-up or where you're at now is a pull-up, and we have to build off of what you have. So that might be, some arm strength, maybe it's your biceps. And we're going to be able to see that in the first poll, and then going through the seminar, and if it's that, we can develop your bicep strength. If it's the bicep strength is good, then you get stuck at 90, well then that's going to turn into more lat strength. So now we have to build off the lat strength. And we're going to teach you these tools that you can build off of, things that you can work on maybe on your own or that you can take into classes, and that's the point of it. So a lot of people ask that question of what should I do? Should I do banded or jumping today? I'm usually like, well, what is most difficult to you? What do you find is the hardest scale? And it might be jumping for some, and some people are like, oh, banded is really tough. Okay, well, that's because the different muscles are developed, and this is so you can help make a better decision in these WODs, and that's what's really cool about it. And again, this is our first one. Yeah. So bear with us. We might make mistakes. We understand that, but we're going to try to build off this. We're going to try to do more, like Rachel said. That's the cool thing. Sometimes we had a seminar to come in from outside the gym. No one was really signing up. It was a little pricey, and then we said maybe that's why. I think we can offer the same exact thing to our members. Maybe not the same exact thing, but we can offer quite a bit of knowledge to our members at a cheaper cost, and people are responding to it. We've already sold. This morning I checked, we had 12 sold.
Nice.
So we got 18 spots left.
18 left. Yeah, I think the biggest thing too that I want to say is that a lot of people they hear gymnastics, so they see it on the whiteboard in our workout of the day, and they immediately freak out. People will come in and I'll be going through the workout and they'll be like, well, what can be my scale? Everyone is so nervous when gymnastics pop up, and I really, my main goal here is to eliminate that. No one should be scared of a gymnastics movement. It is quite different, and it is a little complicated if you've never moved your body in that way growing up and you're older now, but it is so easy to learn body composition and the way that your body moves, and it's super easy to teach it as well. You just have to come and just open arms, open ears, and get yourself outside of the box a little bit, outside of that comfort zone, so you can learn these things. There's no right or wrong time to start learning or trying to attempt to get a pull-up.
And here's the thing about gymnastics is, yes, it can be kind of scary, but we actually believe gymnastics is more important for you than any weightlifting. The reason being is because we want to master our own bodies before we try to master external load. So if you can't do simple things with your own body, how can you expect to do things with, additional weight or additional objects or implements,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Controlling your own body is kind of the foundation that we're trying to get to here at CrossFit.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about kind of the advanced stuff too, because I think a lot of people think, well, I got pull-ups, I can do, chest to bar, and I can do muscle-ups, but are you efficient in those movements? And I try to correct people all the time who are doing these muscle-ups. It's like, okay, you got the movement, awesome. Now your goal shouldn't just be to get through a workout doing the movement, just because you can and just flail through it. Each time you come in to do those movements, you should be trying to perfect that movement to make it more and more perfect, so you're more efficient. So stop breaking at the knees, travel with the ankles first, then use the hip. Too many people here rely too much on just the hip drive and then the big pull, and then they wonder why their elbows hurt or why they burn out so quickly. It's like, well, you're not as efficient. So that's what we're going to try to teach in this. These are the reasons why, and this is how you can get better, even if you have these movements.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge point. I think have so many people who are like, well, I can do that. But you watch them. There's me and you just had this conversation about handstand walking. I can absolutely muscle through a couple steps, but I am using every bit of holding my breath and just fighting that versus I've been working with the two of you the last couple months and I'm not walking any further, but I told you the other day, I was like, oh, that felt effortless.
Yep.
I was like, I could breathe through the movement. I knew where my body positioning was, and I felt more comfortable. I still didn't get extra steps, not more than I normally would, but it was easier. So then I'm not as fatigued if I have to go do other things. And I think that sometimes we have this idea that everything should be fatiguing and everything should be hard and you muscle through it and that's what it is. And it's well, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
The workout in general should be hard, but making it through the movements, they should be fluid.
Yep.
Yeah, and believe me, just because maybe Rachel and I have gymnastics movements and they're proficient doesn't mean they don't hurt, doesn't mean that they're not hard.
Mm-hmm.
Gymnastics movements are very hard because you got to have that core stability.
Watch anyone who puts up a top score, in the gym. If that's your goal, is better scores. They all make all the movements look effortless.
Yep.
It's all technique.
Yep.
It hurts. They're working hard, but they're moving so efficiently that it doesn't look labored or broken or
Yep.
anything.
I remember at the competition we just had, a few girls came up to me and they're like, you were a gymnast, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because we had ring muscle-ups in the workout. And I was like, I was. And I was like, but believe it or not, it took me 1.5 years to get ring muscle-ups. I walked in the gym my first day and had bar muscle-ups because gymnastics is pretty much the same thing, add something that moves. Rings are in gymnastics, but I was never allowed to use them. That was a male's event. Yeah. So we got in trouble if we were even on them. Oh yeah, they'd be conditioning for 3 hours if you get caught swinging on the rings. So we weren't even allowed to use them. So I couldn't even fathom, I could not comprehend how to move my body around something that moves, And even to this day, I may make them look effortless, but they're even just last week, I was like, man, something doesn't feel right, and I'm keeping the rings in a spot that I'm not turning them with my body like I'm supposed to. I'm reverting back to another gymnastics hack from the bar, keeping the rings in the wrong spot, and that's making me fail over a time. There's whether you were a gymnast or you weren't a gymnast, there's always things to work on, and we all develop habits that aren't necessarily the most efficient for that movement, and that's going to happen over time. But the more you do get efficient in the movement and learn your body composition, you will be able to be like, something's not right, and then you can tape yourself and be like, there it is. You can kind of click with it and realize it.
Or you can feel it, like you said.
Yep.
As you start doing this, you start to learn what feels good. I know when I swing out on the bar, or when you catch a snatch weird, you can kind of pick that stuff up. So that's part of it is learning and feeling, and it's like a double under. When you're practicing those double unders, they feel weird and awkward, and all of a sudden you start to get them, and you're like, oh, there's that feeling. Okay, I'm starting to feel that, and that's what it should feel like.
That rhythm.
Yep.
That's what me and Rachel were just talking about. I tell my classes all the time, and she told me when I told her about the handstand, step one in creating, good movement pattern, or understanding any movement pattern. Step one is understand what it's supposed to feel like and understand what it's not supposed to feel like. Like, you have to go through that before you can understand how to do a move, because if you don't know what it's supposed to feel like or what it's not supposed to feel like, how can you correct or fix anything? And we do have a lot of people who are, 90% of our members come in here have never done CrossFit, never done weightlifting, never done gymnastics. It's all going to feel weird. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to feel natural because you've never done it before.
Yep.
So it's going to take some time.
Yep. And the first thing is, like, when you start to learn the right movement, like even just coaching people one-on-one or in class or just with you with your handstand walks, you'll be like, I knew 8 seconds in. Or they'll swing and be like, oh, that wasn't right, I led wrong. And I'm like, that's perfect. The fact that you can sit there and be like, I did that incorrectly, or like, I didn't lead with my toes, I led with my knees, that's the first step to getting better. It's just realizing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
y'all better sign up.
How can people sign up?
So you can go with MindBody. There's an app on MindBody. There's a link on the...
If you're a member, you just go into your MindBody app and you can do it. You can come to any coach. We'll ring you up for it. It's $30 for Harbor Park members. And if you're a non-Harbor Park member, you're still welcome to join us. We're charging $55 for non-members. Like I said, there's only 18 spots left as of this morning. So that's probably, I don't know, might go up. We posted a video today. We're going to continue posting. I expect it to sell out pretty soon. And then on the event page of our Facebook page, there is a link in the event that says how you sign up. Just follow that link and you can purchase it. And then, or send us a message, email, we'll send you out.
Yep. If you guys have any questions, you can message us directly. Come talk to us in the gym. We will answer any questions that you have on it. So, yeah.
Any parting words, Rachel?
I hope that you guys all sign up for our seminar. I really do. I hope to see a lot of people there. I'm excited to continue to do this, and I'm really excited just to be a part of this gym and this journey.
Yeah, I think too. Getting people to sign up, like you guys both said, this is going to be an ongoing process. The more people that we have in there, the more you guys can understand where our members are at and what they want to learn, so that they can continue to get seminars that are going to be what they want.
Right.
So if you guys have questions, make sure to just ask about them. Is this going to be something that's covered, or is it something we can cover? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, maybe it's something you guys didn't even think about, and then we can put in there. Yep. So the more you guys put your input, the better we can make this seminar. We don't want to just make assumptions into what you guys want.
Yeah, the push obviously is we want sign-ups so that way we can help more people. That's the goal here. I want to make sure, I want to get somebody their first pull-up in there. I want somebody to get their first muscle-ups. I want somebody, it may not be at the seminar, we're not guaranteeing it. It might be just like a week down the road. But, every time I do a seminar, in the past, I've always seen somebody within a week or two always click and get it. And that's what's cool. I really want to teach people this so that we can get as many people the knowledge as we can, and then we can build off of that, like Corian said. I know that Rachel and I are working on something special for everyone who registers. So anybody who attends the seminar, we're going to have something special for them at the end as well. It's going to be exclusive only to people who come to the seminar.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But there'll be more information on that one coming later.
All right. I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I'm even... I'm going to go, like I said, I have some of these moves, but to be more efficient so that I can get my workouts to be more efficient is my main goal of going. I don't have handstand walking, so if you guys want to do a handstand walk seminar sometime.
We're definitely
planning on doing more.
Yeah,
awesome.
For sure.
I would love to do 2 gymnastics ones a year and 2 weightlifting seminars a year.
I think that'd be great.
Perfect.
I think that's our goal. All right. I think that's
Thanks
it.
for having me, guys.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Rach.
We'll see you in class.
Yes, ma'am.
And stay classy, Harbor Park.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. That wraps up another episode of Anchored. Remember,